So I've got to do some sleuthing before, we're going to do some sleuthing here because just came across some interesting stuff. But just from it, the fact that Cuomo is wearing, just a governor's shirt, a governor's polo and stuff, it's like, usually he's in a suit. He tries to dress classy because he's a mob guy. But this is from Forbes. Are you still resigning tomorrow? Reporter asks. Question.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kevin.
Hi, thanks for taking my question. I wanted to ask if you still plan to resign tomorrow, and if you do still plan to do that, where is Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul at this? Why is she not at this meeting today?
Yeah, the Lieutenant Governor has been briefed on all of this, and we're in constant communication. The event should be over by tomorrow.
He's not calling it a resignation. He's calling it an event. He's calling it an event.
PM. At this point, knock for Micah, we don't expect any real significant damage post the event. Nothing on the scale of Hurricane Superstorm Sandy, for example. Obviously, we have to do an assessment. Everything is in place. I have asked my emergency management team, to the extent they were thinking of leaving Tuesday, that I would appreciate the accommodation for the good of the state if they could stay in place until this situation is completed, depending on what the aftermath needs to be. We briefed the Assembly, we briefed the Senate, we briefed the congressional delegation.
He won't say resignation. And I understand what he's saying, just because of the Hurricane Henri, whatever the fuck. And because it's foolish to, take people out of position, while this event is happening. Granted, he's still trying to, he's just milking his governance for everything it's worth.
I mentioned we're working hand in glove with the federal government. FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, is on site. They're deployed all across the state. So everyone is briefed. And yes, my final day is tomorrow, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. All right. Fact check. Was Andrew Cuomo arrested by the military? There's calls from the government. Lawmaker from New York calls for Cuomo to be arrested. Governor of New York arrested. Destroy the child. He has yet to retain a lawyer, according to a source close to the case. The rape case involves an incident where Cuomo alleged to have sodomized his 12-year-old niece. This alleged incident occurred in 2020. What? Like, hey, I just searched. I'm reading. Fact checker was Cuomo arrested by the military. An image shared on Facebook claims Democratic New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was arrested by the military. There's no evidence that Cuomo has been arrested. The claim appears to stem from the website that says it publishes humor, parody, and satire. Military arrest. Andrew Cuomo, real news. And then the military source said has long sought Cuomo's arrest, but until recently, the groping former governor had ample deep state protection. He was insulated and had too much prominence to simply nab and grab. And our source said Cuomo's security quickly dissolved after 60 women accused him of sexual harassment. Albany police, Cuomo arrested him. Albany police issued statement. Let me just check this one out real quick. We're going to check out some other stuff. So was it all worth it when the President Trump was doing media briefings on the coronavirus every weekday last spring and summer? Democrats needed an antidote. The most obvious choice was Cuomo, governor of New York, who was given to Bruce. How do you say that? Bruce, whatever the fuck, 90-minute diatribes about the current state of affairs in the Empire State that CNN could use to fill gaps in their late morning program. And a star was born, one who gave refreshingly honest information about COVID that liberals could trust. It became evident early on that the honest part was poppycock, and you didn't need to be an Albany insider to into it the whole forget about it New York pugnacity that made MSNBC anchor swoon mask at less palatable, more malignant temper when the cameras weren't running. Let's see. Let me peruse this real quick. So here, let's just go into this rabbit hole. Fact check. Was Andrew Cuomo arrested by the military? No. What the hell? I did, but I can't stop Facebook from seeing their activity on Facebook. But browse with me and I can reduce what Facebook knows about you overall by blocking their trackers on lots of other sites. God. Let me get away from this. So anyways, disgraced former Governor Andrew Cuomo is military custody and will face a military tribunal for his role in coercing New York State health officials to artificially inflate COVID-19 fatality numbers during the initial wave of the pandemic. On Sunday, August 15th, U.S. Navy SEALs under JAG authority arrested Cuomo at property he leases in East Hampton, New York. A JAG spokesperson told RRN, is that, yeah. Anyways, that the SEALs suffered no casualties but had to seduce two of Cuomo's bodyguards, both of whom the SEALs incapacitated using non-lethal force. Verdict: fault. So obviously, I don't believe it, that it's false. I believe that there's got to be some truth to this. It makes some sense. There is no evidence that Cuomo has been arrested. The claim appears to stem from the website that says it publishes humor, parody, and satire. And that's because freaking, we have to do that because of the censorship that's going on and everything of that nature. So anyways, Cuomo on August 10th announced he's resigning effective August 24th. That the report from the New York Attorney General's office found he has sexually harassed multiple women. The New York Times reported. Cuomo denied these allegations according to the outlet. August 16th Facebook post shows what appears to be a screen grab of a news article with the headline "Military Arrest Andrew Cuomo." Text shown in the screen grab alleges Cuomo was captured on August 15th by Navy SEALs and will face a military tribunal for his role in coercing New York State officials to artificially inflate COVID-19 numbers during the initial wave of the pandemic. There is, however, no record of Cuomo being arrested by the military on August 15th. Check your fact-reviewed press releases from both the Department of Justice and the Department of Defense, but no mention of Cuomo being arrested by the military. Had Cuomo actually been arrested by the military, other media outlets certainly would have reported on it, yet none have. Special ops motherfuckers. There's a lot of things that, military, because Governor Cuomo, he is a government employee. There's different paths that can be taken and such. So, the governor is not like me, you or me. I mean, unless you're a political official and you're watching my stuff, and it's like, hey, let me help you out. But there's, however, no record that Cuomo has been. Cuomo granted clemency to 10 individuals on August 17th, 2 days after he was allegedly arrested, according to the press release from the governor's office. His verified Twitter account has also sent tweets since his supposed arrest. Well, that's not too hard to freaking send a tweet from anywhere, right? And, he's, anyways, Deputy Director of Communication in Cuomo's office told Check Your Fact in an email that the claim was false. A duty officer for the DOD likewise denied the allegation. The screen-grabbed article in the Facebook post stems from Real Raw News, a website that includes a disclaimer stating that it contains humor, parody, and satire, while Real Raw News includes a clear disclaimer that screen grab on Facebook does not seemingly pass the information off as genuine. Brad Sylvester, you look like a little freaking... You look like a fucking Cuomo baby. Did Cuomo touch you? After he resigns. Cuomo to be arrested after he resigns. Let's see. Brad taking hypocrisy. Trump sick of violence. Have no standing to demand. Oh, fuck you, fucking USA Today. Demands after he resigns. Brian lawmakers call for... Let's see. Define Cuomo begrudgingly resigns amid sexual harassment. Cuomo run for governor again. What happens after he resigns? New York Governor Andrew Cuomo prepares to board a helicopter after nuts in his resignation. Cuomo says he will resign following a barrage of sexual harassment allegations. Cuomo detractors say resignation should be... What the fuck? Well, that's what I'm saying is we got to stop this fucking scumbag. Cuomo's drive to dominate led to success in his downfall. Cuomo should resign, but Trump's supporters are hypocrites. Oh my! Why are we hypocrites? Arrested immediately. Sexual arrest these brave women. How rich is that? Cuomo absolutely should resign, and authorities deem it appropriate. He should be charged. This is a mainstream position. A Quinnipiac poll released Friday at 70% in New York. Has anyone actually ever taken a fucking poll? What's rich is Stephanie passing judgment on Cuomo when she was sold her political soul to former President Donald Trump in the ethically, morally, legally, constitutionally, and sexually compromised mess of a party he leads. She got her leadership job, number 3 in the GOP House hierarchy, after Rep. Liz Cheney of Wyoming was ousted for insufficient filtry to Trump. I gotta read more. Cheney had voted to impeach him over his role in the January 6th Capitol attack. How'd that go for you? It's not an insurrection, is it? Shameless defense of a bad actor. We need to make sure that there's more under the law. You're the most powerful elected official in New York State. Laws apply to you just like for everyone else. At least 19 women accused Trump of sexual misconduct. Yeah, okay. And how many impeachments did Trump go through? How many of these cases? It was just like... I mean... Are you saying that freaking Trump has paid off all these people and Cuomo, he couldn't? I mean, I guess that's entirely possible. But Trump is a multi-billionaire and he was under the spotlight numerous times, is still in the spotlight and everything of that nature. So his all the claims, I mean, why hasn't he been arrested? Why hasn't he been charged? It's not, oh, well, freaking Trump didn't resign, even though he was. That's because none of their freaking arguments, these women's arguments, held any weight. Where apparently it seems like there's strong enough evidence to suggest that freaking Cuomo forced himself onto people. Because that's the damn thing is, Trump could just pay for these hookers. Cuomo, yeah, anyways. So I don't, fuck you, USA Today. You're a fucking piece of shit network. And, yeah, just keep on supporting those kid diddlers too, you fucking losers.